welcome back to my beauty channel. Today we're going to test out a lot of new makeup. I've unboxed a lot of advent calendars recently, so I have a bunch of new stuff I want to test out. This is pretty much a full face, a first impression. I have some big hopes, so I'm not going to tell you what calendar I received the product from because I don't want to ruin it for those who want it to be a surprise when they buy something. So some of these I received in calendars, and I also bought some of the stuff, so it's not just advent calendar products. But yeah, that's the plan. So if you're not already subscribing to my channel, I would really recommend you to do that. I will unbox more advent calendars, I do tutorials and just a bunch of beauty videos overall. And let's start this first impression video. I can see myself in a monitor and I look very red, fluffy and just disgusting, so we're just going to start with a primer. And this is the Fix and Roche Setting Soft Blurring Primer and Finishing Fix Ultra Prime. It looks really cute, pink and all of that. I haven't tried it, so we're going to do that. I don't know if this is a well-known brand or something, but I do recognize it, but I haven't tried this particular product. So I'm just going to take some out, and it's very liquidy, not really silicone-y. Do you say that? So it gives a matte finish. It's a silicone-free formula. I know a lot of people prefer to use this kind of formula. They don't really like the silicone-y feeling. A couple of days ago I actually filled my lips and a bit here, so I'm still a bit swollen, and yeah, so don't mind that. It feels like I have some kind of moisturizer on. It doesn't really feel like a primer. It's not overly sticky or anything. Okay, promising. Time for our eyebrows, and I actually have some new products for them as well. First of all, we're going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills product. I have it here. And this is a brow pen in the shade Taupe. Man, I don't know if this is new. I haven't seen it before, and it's one of those shaky felt tip, or I don't know what to call it. Okay, so it almost looks like an eyeliner. Let's try it on the wrong hand. Am I supposed to do them separately? I think so. We need a good mirror. Never tried one of these before, so this will be interesting. Oh, this is scary. This is really hard. And maybe a bit too dark for me. I don't know. Oh, that looks weird, right? Okay, this looks like shit. I'm not really used to this thing, and I also think this is a bit too pigmented, so it's hard to do it natural in the, in the inner part of your eyebrow. And also, I think this is a bit too red and a bit too warm for my hair color. I would like it a bit more ashy. Isn't Taupe supposed to be ashy? Maybe not. But I'm just going to take one of my regular eyebrow pens and draw some on the outer part of the eyebrows. I don't know if I'm really happy about it, but let's move on. We take this MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15. I have tried this before and it's actually amazing, but yeah, I needed a new one. It's amazing. I'm just going to pump it out on the back of my hand. Then I'm going to take a concealer brush and just apply it under the eyebrow and over the eyebrows. I have my favorite concealer brush from Colourpop, the E3, but it's dirty, so I just take a brush cleaner, spritz it on a towel, and just clean that brush. And of course, I also do, deep cleansing now and then. Not perfect, but it's not full of product. So just pump it out on hand and apply with this brush. You don't need to over apply with this because, yeah, this is very, very pigmented and just very easy to work with. And I just apply that. And right away I see some dryness over here, so I think it would be, well, not so fun applying foundation later. Or is this the primer? I'm not sure what's up with that dryness. I hope it's not the primer, but we'll see. Because if I'm dry in places I'm not normally dry, then it's probably the primer. Now I apply my MAC Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot. So I think this is actually eyeshadow, but I use it as an eyeshadow base. This is the shade. It's a bit too yellow for me, but I'm using it anyway. I just apply it with the same concealer brush on my lids. I feel like this blocks the oils from your lid, and it's not making your eyeshadow crease and melt, and it also corrects the miscoloration on the lids. This is one of my favorite brushes ever. It's a Morphe E8. It's a small buffing brush. It's awesome for blending in smaller areas. It feels like the product and my skin isn't really working with the primer. I don't know, it's just, it applies weird. This is the eyeshadow palette we're going to test out today. It's the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions. I have tried Huda Beauty before. I have many palettes from them, but I never tried this one. So interesting. Not really my color scheme. I take a Morphe M433 and this middle shade in the top, and I apply this as my transition shade. So we have pigment. So let's see if this blends out to nothing. I think I take it a bit further up. Let's take a smaller brush. This is a Sigma Detail Blending E27 and this burgundy shade, and we try to darken up the outer corner of the eye or the lid. Okay, that's pigmented. Beautiful shade. We go back to the other brush and just blend edges and just trying making it smooth. It feels a bit patchy in the outer corner, but I don't know if that's an illusion. I don't know what's going on. This is the problem I have with all eyeshadow palettes, these small eyeshadow palettes from Huda Beauty. I don't know why. I just want to love them as anyone else, but I don't. It's uneven and patchy, annoying. This eye looks fine, but this, how am I supposed to fix that? I can't. We just move on. Maybe it will look better when we have eyeliner. We're going to try an eyeliner from Tarte, the Tarte Taste. It's a double-ended, double-sided, so we have a eyeliner pencil and just a felt tip on the other side. So I'm just going to use this end for my wing and the other end for my waterline. I always find it hard to try new eyeliners, but this was actually good. I think I would really like it when I've used it a couple of times and just learn how to use it. So let's take the other end and just apply it to our waterline. It's hard to find a eyeliner pen for the waterline that actually stays during the day. And I try to get it in between the lashes as well, so I don't have any light or skin peeking through. I like this as well. Really easy to use and it's pigmented. Nice product. I like it. I don't have any new foundation, so I'm just going to apply my Huda Beauty Fox Filter foundation in the shade Vanilla. This is definitely high coverage, it's crazy, so be careful with how much you apply and take one area at a time because it dries incredibly fast. This is one pump and usually I don't need another, and if I have, you know, some redness peeking through or anything, I just apply concealer. So high coverage, it's crazy. And this is one pump, and if you apply too much of this, it sinks into the pores, so it looks like you have black dots, and yeah, it just looks disgusting, so be careful with the amount. I almost forgot, we have a new sponge from Spectrum, Wonder Sponge. I've already wetted it, so I'm just going to, let's just blend the foundation a bit more and be sure we are not having streaks or anything. Okay, I like this, it's very soft. We take some of the MAC concealer we used earlier and apply it under our eyes and some here because I'm a bit red here, and I also have some breakouts here, so I will put some of it here as well, just like that. We take my little Morphe blending brush we used earlier and blend the concealer out. I'm so fair and light, so I can use the NC15 as a foundation. It's crazy. You don't want to have a big shade difference in your concealer and foundation because it will look just, well, I don't know, it doesn't look great, but I mean, it's up to yourself, you can do whatever you want. I take a darker foundation stick. This is Super Stay from Maybelline in, I don't know what shade, 060, with my Morphe brush, just a very small amount, and I, contour with it. And this is not really, I don't think this is my contour shade, but I love how this looks. It's so warm, but it still looks good. I don't know why. We also have a blush stick from H&M. Doesn't say what shade, just a blusher. I guess we take my flat buffing brush from Morphe, the E6, and just right on the brush. I'm the only one who wants to use this, so it doesn't matter. And just, it's not really showing up. Very, very light and soft blush. That's a bit disappointing. Time for powder, and I'm really excited about this one. It's the translucent setting powder from Hourglass. This is a smaller sized powder, but we're going to try this for the first time. Okay, so I'm just pouring some out into the lid. We take a triangular sponge. This is dirty as I'm just making sure I have no creasing. Press on that powder. And I do that in my T-zone. And then I just lightly apply some powder in the rest of the face. This looks so soft. I like that like very, very much. That looks so good. I don't like the eyeshadow. It feels like it's patchy and it's just looking weird, but maybe when we have the whole face on, it will look better. Let's test this NARS bronzer, the shade Laguna. This is a mini size. It's so cute. We take this big fluffy brush from Real Techniques. Taking some warmth back to the face because my foundation is a bit too light. Not much, but a bit. I prefer using a too light foundation than a too dark because I don't like how I look with a extremely dark foundation. I don't have any contour powder here right now, so I'm going to take the bronzer as a nose contour with a small blending brush and just very lightly contour the nose. And then I always take some more powder and then make sure that everything is blended. For blush, we're going to take a sleek blush, the shade Life's a Peach. This isn't new, I've used it before, but it's cute. We take the big fluffy brush for that as well. Okay, that's a bit too much. It's a lot of price today, I know. But now we have Natasha Denona Super Glow. So it's a highlighter. This is also a mini. I've already swatched it, but it's so beautiful. We apply with my Morphe M510 brush. Yeah, that's beautiful. Almost too pigmented. That's crazy. Of course, you don't need to highlight where I highlight. It all depends on how you prefer it and personal taste. I like that. Very good. We're done with all of the powder products, so now we can apply this 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. This is a mini version or mini sized. I guess it's just eyebrow gel. Let's try it. Yeah, it's clear. It has a strong scent, like some kind of cleaning product or rubbing alcohol. Do you call it that? I don't know. That looks good. I always take my eyebrow pen in the end and draw on some birthmarks. I actually have them when I don't have foundation on, but you can't really see them, but I have them in those exact places. I usually draw them on, and if they're too intense, I just take a sponge or something and just blend them a bit so they're not as intense. I don't really like to do my under eyes lately, so we're just going to apply some mascara. This is the Milk Kush mascara. I don't know if this is black or brown. Yeah, it's black. Good. Let me just apply that. We're not going to apply any lashes today. I pretty much always skips that when I have a wing. That's a really good mascara. I like it. I feel like this is my new favorite mascara. They almost look like falsies with this. We apply it on the lower lashes as well. This looks amazing. For lips, we're going to use a Sephora Cream Lip Shine, Brilliant Shine, in the shade 3. And maybe we need a lip pen for this. We take a lip liner from Cien. I don't know what shade, but it looks kind of, well, I don't have so many lip pencils or lip liners, so this will have to do. Let's apply it. This is so creamy. I think the liner actually matches to this. Crazy. I think it's a bit too much with the eyeshadow and the lips, so I don't think I would actually choose this for this look, but just to try it out, it looks great. It doesn't feel really sticky, it feels soft and nice, so thumbs up for that one as well. For setting spray, we're going to use the Make It Last Matte Finish 16-Hour Wear Setting Spray from Milani. This is new. I have never tried it before, so I'm excited. It says Shake Me on the packaging and spray 10 inches from face. 10 inches? What is that? We don't say inches in Sweden, but I guess it's like this or something. I don't know. Okay, I want to see what spray it is. Okay, it's a good spray. This turned out really beautiful. Still, I'm a bit disappointed in the eyeshadow and the patching, and yeah, that's not really beautiful, but when you made the whole face and you know you're done with all of the steps, you don't really see the patches and all of that. It really has some nice shades. It's something different, and this isn't what I'm usually using when I do my eyeshadow, so yeah, it's fun to test something new. And I pretty much liked all of the products, but mostly the mascara, the powder, and the highlighter. Maybe the primer. I don't know if that's the reason for my dryness, you know, in weird places, but overall, it's fine. Yes, I have powder here in my hair. I love this. So, well, that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, if you don't want to miss my future videos, unboxings, and tutorials, hit the bell and turn on the notifications. And I see you in the next video. Bye! Bye.